Hi everyone, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. This is going to be a news and updates video, and then at the end we're also going to have a contest, so stick around for that. At the time of this recording, I just released the final part in an 8-part series to teach the game Guild Ball. And it has been 3 years, I think, since I featured what you would call a pure miniatures game. And it was really creatively challenging and fulfilling to be able to do this. And I know that primarily we feature board games on this channel. It's fun for me to every now and then do something kind of distinctly different. And I think also, I hope that if perhaps you've been intimidated by miniatures games in the past, but you're kind of familiar and comfortable with our videos here, this is something that you might check out just to see if it's something you might be interested in. Or maybe you'll watch and go, no, this is definitely not for me. Either way, we try to help you that way in deciding what things might be a good fit for you. Also, if you're interested, we're going to do a full playthrough of the game as well. So that way you can really see how all the rules come together to create the gameplay experience. It's going to take about 1 or 2 weeks before we start that, because my friend Cole over at Peninsula Painting Services has painted up the entire set for us, but he's in the UK, so he's mailing those back, and it'll take about 1 or 2 weeks before those get here. In the meantime, we'll have other gameplays that we'll be doing and instructional videos you can watch for. But if you're waiting on the gameplay for Guild Ball, it'll show up on the channel as soon as we're able to get it started. Next, I'd like to point your attention over to Indiegogo, where the Dice Tower is having their yearly fundraiser. Not on Kickstarter, where they normally have it, but this year on Indiegogo. If you're not familiar with the Dice Tower, they create bucket loads, avalanche loads of reviews for board games. And I think that they must be the longest running review series for board games. This is their 13th season fundraiser. And if you've ever watched their show, if you've found value in their content, then I recommend that you go over there and give them your financial support. They have a whole bunch of promos and different rewards that you can pick up, as well as tokens of appreciation for your support. I mean, the thing is about this YouTube content is it's free to watch, right? But of course, it's not really free to create. It takes time, it takes energy. Sometimes it takes money too, right? All the equipment and things that you pour into these kind of creative endeavors. Now, of course, this is something that we choose to do as content creators. So you're not obligated to fund this or to pay us anything. But in the end, of course, if you do really enjoy the content and would like to see it continue, this is the practical way in which it enables it to happen. So again, if it's something you would consider doing, then I recommend you go over to the Dice Tower's fundraiser page, which I'll put a link to in the description of this video. Speaking of support, I want to say a special thanks to some folks who supported our channel recently. But first, I need to tell you about the table that we shoot on here. We've been using this for, I think, a couple years at least now. And sometimes people will ask, where did I get this from, and where can I get one? Well, you can't, unfortunately, is what I have to tell them, because this table was made for us by my wife's cousin's husband, who's handy and knew I needed something. And this is actually kind of a fake table. What I mean is the top here that we shoot on is actually separate from the rest of the table. It's just sitting on top of a folding table because this is really all you see. And it's been really helpful to have this. Unfortunately, it's warping. It's been warping for a while, and I've been working hard to mask that. So if I've done my job, you hopefully can't see it, but it's required some weird shenanigans on my part behind the scenes with the tripod. Anyway, the point is I've been able to hide it, but it's getting more and more noticeable. And very kindly, I was contacted by the folks over at Geek & Son, who didn't realize I was having some table trouble, but offered to send me one of their tables to use in our show, and I kindly accepted. And for that, I will be creating a product preview video at some point in the future to show the table, to show how it works. So if you might be interested in getting a gaming table, then this is one that you might consider. In the meantime, though, I do want to mention quickly, they are having a sale on their tables right now, 20% off. I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can check that out and just kind of see what they have to offer. The table that we have is a Denis table, a D-E-N-I-S. It might be, I think they're French, so it might be a Denis table. Either way, the table that I have is actually on the other side of this camera. I don't have it, I'm not using it yet, because we're going to be doing some other work on the set itself here, and I kind of want to get all of it done at once, and at that point then we'll actually show some content about the table. But you might see the table crop up in Twitter and on Facebook pictures and things like that, and I just want you to know, Rodney, I see you've got a gaming table, how come you're not using it on the channel? That's why. And again, I want to thank Geek and Son for reaching out to us because I think it's going to be a very nice addition to the set and helping us showcase the games that we feature here. I just mentioned our last fundraiser. Something else that came out of that was a stretch goal where we would do a live gaming marathon with you guys. And that is something that I want you to know we are working on behind the scenes. It's something I'm trying to put a fair bit of thought and planning into, because it's the sort of thing that once you're live, you kind of only get one chance to do it right. And so we want to do it right, and we want to make sure it's something that's fun and engaging and interactive for you to be a part of. And right now we're thinking that we'll do this on the last weekend in February. Now that could change, but if you want to tentatively kind of mark that on your calendars as something to join us for, we're hoping to do a day of gaming with me and Pep and 2 other local friends that I think would be a good fit for it. So keep an eye out for other announcements about it, and I certainly hope that you'll think about joining us. Something else related to our fundraiser I just thought about is that we've received all of the promos, except for one, which I believe is on the way to us. I'm just trying to get a tracking number so I can confirm that. But as soon as all of them are in, then we'll start fulfilling them right away. I want to thank you for your patience, and of course I want to thank you for supporting the show. If there's any chance that you're going to move in the next few weeks, or you have moved since you donated and gave us your address, please contact me at watchitplayed@live.com. Let me know the email that you originally donated under and your new mailing address so I can update our records and make sure you get the promos when you're supposed to. If you want any information about the fulfillment or anything going on with the fundraiser, I would ask you not to email me directly unless it's a very personal question that you need to ask, because there's a lot of you and only one of me. Over on the original fundraiser page, there's an update section. And anytime I'm doing anything related to the fundraiser, including mailing things out or receiving things, I post an update so people can see what's going on. So you check there first, and if you don't get the answer, then certainly feel free to contact me directly. By the way, if you missed the fundraiser and you still want to support the show, we now have t-shirts available for sale. They come in 2 different styles. I have a separate video dedicated directly to that, but I'll just mention it here in case you missed that one. I'll put a link in the description of this video if you'd like to check those out and pick up one. Okay, the final thing that I want to mention before we get to our contest is that this past Christmas, 2016, we wanted to get my daughter a gaming-related gift, but maybe not necessarily a board game. And so the accessory that we came up with was this, a meeple pillow. And the company that we ordered it from very kindly knew about us and sent us an extra pillow as well. The pillow that we got for Andrea was green. That was her favorite color. What they didn't realize when they sent us this extra one is yellow is Luke's favorite color, my son. So after this video, I'm going to give this to him. But I thought in case some of you might be interested in his way of saying thank you to them, I would just quickly point you in their direction. The website is gamedistricts.ca. They're actually located in Canada. So when you're looking at the prices, keep in mind, if you're in the United States where your dollar is quite a bit more favorable, the prices are better than they actually appear. So if you're interested in checking it out, I'll put the link in the description of this video. They sell not just meeple pillows in a variety of colors, but also games and other things as well. Okay, let's talk about this contest now that you've been patiently waiting for, or maybe some of you skipped to the end to find. Well, listen, our friends over at Asmodee Digital just recently released their game Mysterium as an app, and they offered us some codes that we could give away as part of a contest. And if you're selected as a winner at that time, you can choose what platform you'd like to have the code on, either for Android, iOS, or for Steam. So what I thought I'd do is we'd offer 3 of these codes. And if you donated during our fundraiser, our most recent fundraiser, at the waiter level or higher, then there's nothing you have to do. You're automatically entered into the contest, but you never have to donate to our show in order to be part of our contests. If you'd like to enter, you can also go to the link in the description of this video. Wow, this description is going to be full of stuff. Hopefully you'll find it in there, and there you can go to a website that you can enter in your information, as well as a code word, and the code word will be, let's see, what would be a good, ghost. Well, ghost, you don't have to do a bunch of weird O's. So ghost will be the code word, and you'll have until January 31st, 2017 to get your entries in, and then we'll do a draw sometime after that in a separate video. All right, everyone, that's everything. Thanks for tuning in and checking out all the news and the updates. We'll have some more gaming content for you on the channel very soon. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.